was always told that once you jump, count to 10. I counted to 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, pulled my grip card. There was a small German aircraft circling me. Once he found out that I was awake, I waved to him, he waved to me, and off he went. Germany has a lot of beautiful forests, but unfortunately I landed in the tallest tree that Germany had that day. There's an escape kit on every parachute harness. I opened my escape kit. It was a little small package of cigarettes, a Hershey bar, and some maps. So I did my best to go in the direction I thought was the best. And I was eventually captured by 2 German farmers. My grandfather was German, and I lived with my grandfather and my grandmother quite a bit in my youth and spoke a little bit of German, so a little bit of German, I got by with them. The first thing they asked me is, do you have a pistola? And I said, no pistola. And if you had a gun on you, why, they knew that your intentions was to shoot them, so they'd shoot you first. So we never carried a .45. They took me to the nearest town, took me into a house, knocked on the door was opened by a German officer. I went inside. He dismissed the 2 old farmers. He turned to me and he says, sit down. He says, I know according to the Geneva Convention, you only give your name, rank, and serial number. What's your name? Ernest Merle Hancock. He goes to his desk, gets out a book, thumbs through the book, and he says, here you are, Ernest Merle Hancock. You went into service from Pasadena, California. He says, 20 miles away, there's Douglas. Douglas has 3 shifts a day. Each shift builds 6 B-17s. He says, this doesn't include Boeing, Lockheed, or Vega, who builds B-17s, and it doesn't include any of them that builds B-24s. He says, you know what? We're going to lose that war. So he says, I speak good English, don't I? And I says, you certainly do. He says, I'm born and raised in Chicago and went to the University of Illinois. In the meantime, he had taken my cigarette lighter, a ring that I had on, my cigarettes, and my watch. The following morning, we got up, got on a truck, and went to Kempton, a German military installation. I saw my first goose stepping, real peculiar looking. Anyway, we got in the truck, I pulled KP and had my first meal in 2 days. And shortly thereafter, myself and a number of other fellows got on a truck and went to the railroad station, and they put us in German boxcars. The German boxcar much smaller than our boxcar. And we were packed so tight that you could stand up on me. We spent 4 days on this boxcar. At night, they would uncouple us from the train, leave us in the middle of the railroad yard, hoping that the British would bomb and they wouldn't have to take care of us. We had water once and food never until we arrived at Tachau, Poland, Stalag Luft 4.